Hey YouTube, this is Caleb with Olympus Reptiles. I know you're used to Matt usually, but Matt, for those who don't know, just retired from the police department. 20 some years, I can't remember the exact number. Curtis, do you know? 25. So 25 years, he's going to take a month and a half-ish sabbatical. He's actually at Disney World right now. He sent me some photos. I'm really jealous because I'm here cleaning snake cages. So today we're going to talk about kind of our breeding season and how it's been going. Kind of look at the overall numbers of how many we bred, how many didn't go, how many we expect to go. Obviously, there's going to be a few hit or miss on those numbers that we might have, give or take a few there. So this year we bred 72 females. And kind of the way we notate that is the label is what they are. An L is if we see a visual lock. The male is written in white on what they're paired to. You know, when they ovulate, we write an O, date for the pre-lay shed, and then it won't show it on these because we usually move them, but when they lay, we'll draw a line through this O. Now, we usually separate them, but that is a different story. So, of the females so far, we've had 26 laid so far. Or 27. I just pulled clutch 27 today, which is pretty exciting. Which is ahead of the ball game. Now, I don't have all the numbers with me because Matt has that all on his phone, but as far as I know, we are clutch-wise that are laid, we are actually ahead of where we were last year. And then for total ovulations so far, we're at 48, which is crazy because last year for ball pythons alone, I think we only had 44. No, we had 41, 42, and then we had a rattlesnake, 41, a rattlesnake, and a boa clutch. And carpets, yeah, so that's where we got 44. So to have 48 already, because I know clutch 44 on ball pythons, or clutch 44 in general, was cut in September. So to have it already ovulated and it's going to be super early. So crazy early year, and in fact that means we could maybe have some numbers. But that means we've had 24 females that have not gone. Now let's talk about that a little bit. That's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, we're still a little early too. We might have a couple more that go, but I think me and Curtis were talking, and there was 6 first-time females, and that's pretty okay, right? Like we had 6 first-time females that didn't go. There was I meant to count that, but I know for a fact we had at least 3 first-time females go for sure this year. So increasing 9 breeding is pretty good. I think you guys hold back. We hold back about 15. So having 9 up to size is pretty good. But the 6 first-time females that didn't go, not really concerned about that. That's going to happen sometimes. You're going to have females that, you know, they take a little bit longer to get up to size. You're going to have decide that this male is not the one they want, or sometimes you just don't catch those follicles right. You know, ball pythons are kind of weird about how they fertilize the eggs and stuff. It's not like males or humans where there's a specific time period where you have to get that in. You know, you breed the ball pythons and they can hold that sperm. In fact, there was a Singapore zoo, and I can't remember if it was for sure retained sperm, but the ball python hadn't been with a male in 10 years, and she ended up having a fertile clutch. So that means you don't really have to get it in that right time frame. So we pair the males with the females once a month, roughly. Really, we go through a rotation. Most of them are paired up to 3 females, so about once a month they'll get in there. With that, we've had, I didn't remember the numbers, but we had some that were not first time, obviously, because that would have been 18 that were not first time females that didn't go, and that is okay too. We have quite a few ball pythons, so having, you know, when I first started, the lower clutch, or not clutches, but number of ball pythons I felt like I had a higher success rate, higher percentage of females go. And that's going to be due to a lot of things. I have more control. I'm in there more often. The male's in there more often. So that's going to stimulate the breeding. You're going to build the follicles faster. So when you get a larger clutch, you know, you're going to have a lot more females that don't go. Some of them are just going to be getting back up to size because you maybe had a later season. Like that September clutch was the black pastel spider, and she has not ovulated yet. So she may go because she was pretty late last year, but she may not, and that's okay, right? Let them take a year off. Don't feel concerned. And then you're gonna have some that are a pain in the butt, like this one down here, the Orange Dream Pastel. We've been trying to breed that for 3 years. And we're going to talk about that on Patreon more on how we got it, to some tips and tricks that we used to get it to go this year. But after 3 years, and I think 2 or 3 videos talking about how we hate this snake because it's not gone for us yet, and lo and behold, as soon as we do that, it went. So overall, though, 48 ovulations, and I think there's probably a couple more that will get it by the end. So really not bad. Really, I don't know what percentage-wise that is. I think it's probably like 66% or something like that, 66, 65%. In a larger collection, I mean, I would like to shoot for 70. We're still early, so we can still get there, but being 4% off, really, that's probably like 1 or 2 snakes, so nothing crazy. But don't get concerned. You know, you're going to have those females that skip. You're going to have first-time females that don't go. You're going to have clutches that, you know, we had our second clutch was this female here, and she laid all slugs. You're going to have those. It's just part of it. So don't get too concerned. Courage, do you have any questions?
What was this last clutch you just pulled?
So clutch 27 I pulled today was Super Lesser to GHI. We got 8 eggs, 1 slug. It was actually a pretty good sized clutch. She didn't go last year, so I'm actually glad that she went this year, especially with a good sized clutch. Usually, and it's something I've been trying to keep track of, I would like to see how many females that skip a year or 2, how big their clutch sizes are after that skip. Something that stirred that is I saw a Facebook post where someone's first time female had 11 eggs, which is a lot, right? Like most first time females, 5, 6, we even had one that had 4, but 11. And he, instead of breeding at 1,500 grams, I think started pairing at 2,500 grams. So I'd be curious to see if that kind of increases your odds in eggs and kind of the viability of the eggs. But yeah, no, it was a really good clutch of 8 eggs. Any other questions?
No.
Nope. All right, so we're going to slide on over to Patreon and talk about how we got this girl to finally go.